Hi everyone, Gareth here, and I just wanted to show you a little trick with procedural objects. Now don't worry, this is nothing too big, too serious, just something that catches a few people out, so let's get right into it. And here we have a lovely looking metro station, all very vanilla. Goes to nowhere right now, but hey, that's absolutely fine, we don't need it to. All we want to do is add a very simple detail to it. As you'll probably know, metro stations all around the world all tend to have signs on them sort of telling you what the station is, especially ones in London. London definitely does. So let's go into the Find It mod down here, and I'm going to put links to the assets that I'm using in the description, as well as links to the PO mod. But let's have a look for London. And we will see that we can get London Underground roundels, or we could get Docklands Light Railway. Let's use the Underground one. A lot of people know that. Now, if we try and place it, we can't really. We would have to enable proprietary anarchy. That's not what this video is about. However, down here on my screen, I have convert into PO. Now, when you install procedural objects, it's probably up here next to the radio, but I've moved it down there. If you click that, it now becomes a procedural object, and you see this Move To tool come up. Now, so far, you can just place it anywhere, you can rotate it, you hold the right mouse button and drag from left to right or right to left to rotate it. So I think we should face it that way, and just place it. And now, as you can see, the procedural objects mod has come up because this is a PO, and there's a little plus sign here. Let's try clicking that, and if we click edit and then go into text customization down at the bottom near the back button, you get to see this window. Now, normally it would sort of be quite small. There's a little gadget down here. If you click and hold this button and then drag, you can increase the size of the text customization window. So what we want to do here is we're going to add a text field. So using this button, we'll click it, and then we'll say, well, what's this station going to be called? Well, this is me, so why would it be anything other than a sponsored station by Hubble High T? So we'll stick that name in there, and it comes up there. Now, if we look down here, in fact, if I try and move us a little bit, yeah, you can see the sign through there. It's not easy to see, but we can. It's not on there. Now, your first instinct will be to try and click, hold, and drag, and you will notice that that won't work. What you're intended to do is you, with that text field selected, click anywhere in here, click and let go. I think you actually have to be over the text itself. Click and let go. If you get it right, if you've clicked and it's you were on the text, you'll notice that the top left corner now snaps to your cursor, and if you move your mouse, it will just move the text around. So this sign, they've been really helpful. This is one designed for PO, which is why we're using it. And they've given us a box. Now, if we put it in there, you'll notice that you're starting to see it on the sign. You can't see it overly clearly. I'm recording this at a lower resolution so that we can see the PO mod in general. However, carrying on, that doesn't look quite right, does it? And again, the PO window could be like that, so we'll scale it out. If you've only scaled it to there, when you click this button, you won't notice much. You see that? You don't really notice that. Thing is, this isn't a drop down, this is the font. So we'll scale it up a bit more, and we're going to change the font from Arial, or Arial, I'm not sure how people pronounce that one, to London Transit Signs, P22 Johnston. Now this is in the London Signs pack, and that looks much more like it. If we were to now increase the size a little bit, using this slider here, we can see that we can get this almost to fit pretty well. And again, click there, move it without the mouse button hold. This is not a dragging operation. This is click once to pick it up, click once to place it. I'm labouring that point because I know that that is something that tripped me up at first. So click to place, and then if we come out of PO altogether, what you'll notice is that if we zoom in enough, or if we find a way to, oh, I don't know, go into first person camera, which I don't see, it's hard to see on this screen. I think having the sign there is tricky, but you can kind of see that we've got that. I might just move the whole thing using the PO thing, just so that we can take a better look at it. So let's move you to this side of the road. Why not? And come out of move it. And there we have the Hubble High T sign. Now, in 1080p, it doesn't look that great. In 4K, it really does pop. For me. So that's one use of this text customization. Now another one is, let's say we're at the highway and let's say we have a little bit of an issue. Let's say we want to tell people something as they're driving onto the highway or the motorway if you're from here. Well, we can use the animated variable signs. Again, links to those will be in the description. And the animated ones have got the 3 arrows there. These will cycle between two things. So again, we'll click it. And this time, I'm going to forget to make this a PO. So that's now not a procedural object. But don't worry, move it to the rescue. So if we go back to single selection, click that, and then in this little triangle toolbox menu, in the 3 dots, you can convert to PO. And now that that is a procedural object, again the same deal happens. We go procedural object. We can edit this one, so if it isn't up, we click the plus. We click edit. Go over to here to text customization. We'll add one text field that says something like please like. And we'll add another one that says something like and subscribe. And I will try and do that correctly. Make sure that we're clicked into there. That's important. That was the mistake I just made. I'm not editing that out. Click in this text field and subscribe. So we've got 2 text fields. Let's move one of them into this window. And the other one, we'll click, grab, and move to there. Again, the font, if we click there for the top one, so we're actually clicking on that part, see the options for that come up. We'll go down from Arial, we will say electronic message sign. And again, let's make that bigger. Let's say, oh, I don't know, about 38, somewhere around there should work for that particular one. That seems to work. Let's get you slightly above center. And if we again change the color, now I've stored a color, so all we do is we move to, say, the orange that's usually used. That looks good. You click store and it comes up, sort of there, and you can store a few colors. That's important because we want both of these to be the same colour. So that's the please like. Now the and subscribe, let's say again, I think we said 38, did we not? We say electronic message sign, and are you going to fit? No, that's fine, so we're going to drop the size of probably both of them to, let's say 34. And again, clicking, dragging, clicking. And I will drop the size of this one to 34 just to make them the same. Click, move, click. Back to this, the and subscribe. Click the colour. Click the colour you want. and we're done. All we need to do now is come out of PO, and if we press play, you'll see that this sign is asking you to please like and subscribe. So there we are. Thank you very much. Also, please do comment. I hadn't got a third what's it, so subscribe, like and comment if you will, please. Or, you know, if you didn't like this video, there's that other button as well. Thank you all very much, and I will see you soon, hopefully with another reasonably short tip.